And this word kept coming to my mind: forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness.
So how do we love and forgive people who have deeply wronged us?
The internet's gonna laugh at me, but bro, Jesus came into my mind. I swear to God, I swear to God.
Yeah. Watch as Cliffe and Stuart answer how to forgive and love your enemies using Logan Paul as an example.
Sure. So how do we love and forgive people who have deeply wronged us? How should we go about that?
Good. Logan Paul. I love the tag team here. Logan Paul recently finished his fight, right? And he said, Christianity is the only worldview that espouses forgiveness. And so I want to forgive the guy, I don't remember his name, who was sending out explicitly sexual photos of my new wife. I forgive you, he said. And Christianity makes a lot of sense because of what it says about forgiveness. I don't take Logan Paul, anything he says as gospel, except that.
In the beginning of the fight, you said, I forgive you, Dylan. That shit was hard. But did you mean that? Did you actually, mentally tell yourself, I'm going to forgive this guy, or are you just putting on a show?
So the major challenge for me in this fight was that this guy got under my skin. How could he not? How could any person watch what he did to the person you love most in the world and be okay with it and not want to actually murder this human being? But as I just described, I'm not that type of athlete. I'm not that type of person. When I lead with aggression and I'm fighting with emotion, I'm not in my best state. And when we did that face-to-face with the glass, he's standing across from me, and I learned that he riles me up. He brings out that side of me that goes, I want to fucking kill this guy. And that's not good.
Have you tried that, though?
I tried, but then I just look stupid throwing wild punches, and then I get caught. I'd get caught with something, and he gets that knockout that the world was waiting for, and it didn't happen. The story was not meant to be written that way. So I come back to the house, and I'm like, damn, it might be harder to flip that switch into calmness and tranquility and fighting with my mind, not my heart, than I thought. How do I do this? So me and Nina sat right over there. We had a meditation. And in this meditation, I'm sitting here. I go, how can I go into this as calm as possible and not want to fight with the emotion? And this word kept coming to my mind: forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. And then, man, y'all are going to laugh at me. The internet's going to laugh at me. But bro, Jesus came into my mind. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I swear to God, dude. I was like,
I was pretty impressed by him. Wow, secondhand smoke is great right now, I guess. So forgiveness from a biblical perspective is looking at every single person and saying, cancel culture is wrong. You are to always forgive, but it's always to be offered within the context of justice. See, I love that you brought up the inconsistency with the church, because in the church, forgiveness has oftentimes in the past been messy, in the sense of, if a woman was abused, if there was domestic violence, sometimes a priest would come and say, oh, but you have to forgive your husband who abused you right now. And there was no justice.
Don't most churches still kind of?
Well, it happens everywhere, in every social institution. I'm picking on the church for you. So understanding, though, that biblical forgiveness is you seek after justice, but then there's grace as well. And Jesus Christ showed that on the cross. He's seeking after justice to forgive our sins, saying it's wrong. So there's no cheap grace, but then he's offering forgiveness even to the thief on the cross next to him, who is having this tremendous heart change, and by doing so saying, you will be with me in paradise today. Now, practically, how do you go about, as a Christian, forgiving? One would be not gossiping about a person who wronged you to a big group. Second would be, don't wish their ill. And then thirdly would be, break up the thought patterns in your minds, which keep saying, I want to get that person back. I want to get that person back. And so the Christian worldview, like Logan Paul talked about, is all about don't cancel another person. Love your enemy. The Christian faith was the only worldview, and still today is the only worldview, that says to love and forgive your enemy. I mean, that is so foreign and weird in this culture today, because it's cancel them. Oh, I oftentimes will have people come up to me, even in our church, and say, hey, that person wronged me once. I can cancel them, push them out of my life, right? Wrong. And thank heaven it's wrong, because this society would fracture completely if it wasn't wrong. And we see that today, the fractures, because people don't know how to forgive like Christ forgave us.
This is a great example that has many layers of truth. First and foremost, forgiving your enemies is the way to give yourself peace. You've probably heard the phrase, unforgiveness is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. It only hurts you. And in the case of Logan Paul, it doesn't help you fight or box any better. It was very wise for him to do so. And it doesn't mean you'll never feel negative toward the person again, but it does mean when you do, you'll practice your forgiveness muscle and not feed into the pull of revenge. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked this video, you'll love this next debate. It's a fiery one. See you there for another biblical breakthrough.